Hi, hello, how are you? Amanda, Seint artist. We're going to talk Seint makeup. Today I'm going to talk about the basics. So when you see how this makeup works, you're going to want to try it. Everybody does. It's a game-changing makeup. I've been using it for over 2 years and I'm not going anywhere. So here it is, 3D cream-based foundation. Everything that fits in this palette is foundational coverage. Everything, the contour, your blush, concealer, and foundation will all fit right here. And I'm going to show you how to use it using one brush. Today I'm going to use the detail brush to do my whole, this brush will do my whole face, and I'll show you how. All right, so when you're ready to try it, I just need a makeup-free selfie. Face a window from the inside, take a couple steps back, hold up your phone and snap a picture and send it to me, and that's it. And I'm going to send you a huge list. Now don't let it overwhelm you. It's because I only want to bother you once. That's it. That's all. I want to do it once, but the first 4 colors are the very basic setup. Your foundation, concealer, contour, and blush, and they'll all fit into this with a brush, and it's under $100. That's a really great deal to be getting someplace to put your makeup, something to put on your makeup, and then your foundation, concealer, contour, and blush. Under $100. For what? Six items. I mean, you could spend $100 anywhere and you won't get 6 items. Okay, so this is how I set up my palette for, all right? My number 1 rule is you keep your main foundation and your concealer side by side. That because once you get them separated and there's other colors in between, it can kind of be hard to tell sometimes which color is which. So your main foundation is the truest tone to your face. So that goes in first. Really easy. The next is your concealer, which is about a shade or 2 lighter than your actual skin tone. Pops in right next to it. Again, they're magnetized and they fit in. You can see me. You can fit it in side by side. The other great thing, I'm really glad I'm at this point in my tin. You will use 100% of the product that you get. There's nothing lost in a bottle anymore. So every dime you spend gets used. That's more bang for your buck. Do these last as long as a traditional foundation because they look so small? Yes, traditional foundations are 18% pigmentation. These are 80% pigmentation. Stick cream foundations are 40% pigmentation, still less than this, which means you need less product to get the same result. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my contour. And again, these just magnetize right in. And then the next color, this is a beautiful newer lip and cheek color that I love. This is Sangria. It is a warm pink. I'm in love with this color called Saffron. It's a very bright pink. And then I'll always pair it with my bronzer. And it's a beautiful marriage. Here it is. This looks like when I add bronzer to my favorite lip and cheek. I'm just going to pop it in and everything fits right here. The other nice thing is this is a lipstick. This looks super bold. They can be very fair. They can be very deep. It's whatever you want. All right, let's do our makeup. I mean, that's why you're here. You want to see me make this make sense on here. So it's essentially paint by numbers. So I'm going to start with my detail brush. I'm going to go in on the small end here, and I'm actually going to dip into my lightest color. This is my brightening color. This is like your concealer. And I'm going to go down the middle of my face. So I'm going to start here by adding brightness between the brows. I'm bringing lightness in. This is going to look like light is reflecting off. And then I'm going to come down my nose, bring brightness down my nose. And I'm going to hit my Cupid's bow. It accentuates it just by adding a little bit of brightness. And right here. And it just gets lighter as I bring it down, which is amazing. You don't need it bold everywhere. We're going to blend this down. I'm just going to fan this out just like that. That's how easy it is to apply this makeup. The next place I'm going to add concealer is under my eyes. I'm going to bring lightness under my eyes. It's going to make me look more awake. It's going to look more youthful. And I'm going to focus this on my orbital bone, not my soft tissue, because everybody has bags. Everybody's going to have a texture here. So recognizing what's a shadow and what's discoloration is huge. But let's not accentuate the fine lines around our eyes. Let's not accentuate any of this soft tissue in that trough right there. And this is how we're going to keep it there. I mean, we can't take it away, but we can keep it from rearing its head. So I'm going to take that lightness that I have, and I'm going to start right down here on my orbital bone, and I'm just going to make a circle, just like that. I'm going to come over here to this outer corner, and I'm going to bring this up. And I'm hitting that orbital bone and up. That's it. Add a little more. I'm going to tap it. I'm not going to wipe it. It'll add too much product. Less is more. This looks like a lot of product. However, this is also 2 shades lighter than my skin. So it's supposed to look like I have a lot because it's a light color. So you should see it a lot more. Again, staying on that orbital bone. I don't need it all under my eye. I just need to focus it in these two areas here. Right there. Okay, that's as much concealer brightness as I need. Okay, I will be blending this out in just a minute. I want to add my contour next. I like doing this because it's going to show how little foundation you need, because you're so used to putting on foundation all over your face to then set it with a powder, put on your concealer over top of it, to then set it with a powder, and then you can go in with your powder contours and your powder blushes on top of all of that. This is one layer of makeup. It's huge. So we're gonna go in on this big end, and I'm gonna live right here on this edge right here. And I'm just gonna tap this on just like that. I need to hold this a little better. So I'm gonna tap on, contour right there on that edge, and I am going to put this on either side of my forehead. Again, tapping it, not wiping it. Just like that. So I'm going to take this contour, and all I'm doing with contour is mimicking a shadow. So with a light touch, I'm just swirling this, creating that shadow, bringing it here. I'm not going to add a foundation up here because my contour and my brightening are foundational coverage. So you remember that lightness that I had right here? I'm going to blend it out. I'm going to push this over my brows, and I'm blending it out, and I'm bringing this up into that contour that I just blended. Do you see how nice and covered this all is? That's how easy this makeup is. It's the easiest makeup you'll ever use. So everything's foundational coverage, and I have dimension all at the same time. And this makeup, because it's creams, it looks like your skin. It looks like your skin. It lives with your skin. All right, next we're gonna do our nose. So I'm gonna tap onto that edge again. I love putting it right here on the edge. That's what I like about this brush, is the control you get. And I'm going to tap this on top of my nose, and I'm going to create a straight line right here on either side of my nose. I'm just tapping this on just like that. And I want to bring this to my brow. So I'm going to use this corner right here, and I'm just going to pull this contour up and into my brows. And by doing that, it creates that natural shadow that we have. Whatever's left, I'm just going to put here on the tip. Actually, I want a little more because it's buildable. And I'm just going to put it here. And this is going to just structure out my nose. So I'm going to tap this up and down. I'm going to blend those two lines just with tapping. That's all you need to do, is just tap this in. I'm going to flip it to that small end again. And I'm going to take that brightening. I'm going to pull it up. And I'm also going to go up and down my nose and blend it out. And it's just going to give me, do you see how it just gives this really beautiful natural structure? Use my finger. That's it. Do you see how it just structured out my nose in this beautiful way? It's so easy. Okay, next I'm going to move on to my cheeks. We have natural shadowing here. This is a way for you to accentuate those cheeks, give you some lift. All right, we're gonna tap onto that edge again, and I'm just gonna come up. You find your cheekbone. I have my shadow here. I don't want to apply it to my shadow. I don't want to pull things down by recreating a shadow that's already there. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to give my cheeks lift by taking this and coming just on the edge of that cheekbone, just above that shadow. And I'm following the natural curve of my shadow, but I'm not coming in past my outer corner here. And I'm just pushing this up and down. Now, don't be scared of contour. It doesn't look like it did up here. I'm under blending this because I'm going to still be adding blush. I'm still going to be adding my main foundation, but don't be scared to under blend this. If you blend it away, you will blend it away and nobody will see it. So I'm going to tap onto the edge again. I'm going to do the other side, move my hair, and I'm just going to tap over on the edge, and I'm keeping my brush at an angle. There's that upward angle, and I'm pushing into that cheekbone just like that, giving myself curve, and I've lifted. Do you see how it's already lifted everything up? It's so good. Whatever's left on my brush, I'm going to push in front of my earlobe and down my jaw. I don't need to add a lot here. I'm just adding some structure to my jaw by pushing in front of my earlobe and then down my jaw right here. That's all that I need to do. And that's just emptying out the brush. I'm just going to put it right here just to hide any chins I might have. And that's it. So I've lifted. I mean, I'm already starting to come together. Things are already starting to grab your attention. Next, I'm going to take this small end. Remember this brightening that I did? I'm going to tap this over. And I'm just blending this over. I like leaving this alone for just a little bit so the warmth of my skin makes this a little more movable. And I'm able to bring this down, swirl this around, and by pushing this up onto that inner corner, I'm adding brightness. And it just gives me this lift on my eye. And then I can just go right here and I can blend, 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 just like that. All right, again, I'm just gonna tap this. There's no wrong way to apply this makeup. You could put your main foundation on first. You could do your contour first. There's no wrong way to do this, but I wanted to show how this is one layer of makeup by doing everything but my foundation first. Just blend, blend, blending. But you see how that lightness under the eyes, I look like I have light reflected. I don't look like I have clown makeup on. This is customized to your skin tones. When you get color matched, I will match all your bright tones, undertones, shadow tones. I will match them all and recommend colors for you that will keep you from looking clown-like, because I mean, you can go white, but that's not the point. We're just going bright. So I will recommend those colors. Okay. I have everything on except for my blush and my main foundation. So I'm gonna go into my main foundation next, and the only thing I'm gonna do is fill in this area and blend it with the brightening I put by my mouth. So I'm just gonna pick some up with the brush, tapping into it. I've put some on, and I'm just gonna come right down here under that contour, and I'm gonna bring it up right here and then over in all that product that I picked up. That little tiny bit of product is all I needed to give myself all the coverage I need in this area. That was it. And that's why these last as long as they do. I picked up that tiny little bit and I was able to give myself all the coverage that I need. Right here, I'm just carving out that contour, and I'm gonna bring it into this brightening on this side and blend it out. Look at that. So easy. I just took and made it from this to this. Now we're going to be blending this down. Don't worry, with our blush. I like to blend my contour with my brush so it looks seamless. All right, I'm just grabbing some more of that main highlight. Now this is all I need. I need a little more. That might be too much, but look at that. I just have that little bit on that corner, and I'm just going to come right down here onto my jaw, and then I'm going to stipple this up. I get discoloration on my cheeks here, so I stipple over this area. I bring it to my crease where I smile around my nose. I don't like to apply my cream there because it can gather, because there's a lot of movement in that area. And so I have some visitors here, so I'm just going to take a little finger, I'm going to dot over those little pimples. I'm going to stipple over it like that. And I'm going to bring this into that brightness I had over here and right here. And all that I've done is created an even skin tone. Look at that. That's nice. Right? Right. All right, let's get our blush on and then we're done. One layer of makeup. All right, so I'm going to go in right here. I'm just going to stamp on because they're very pigmented. You don't need a lot. These are buildable. So you can see a little bit of pink there. I'm going to start at the high point of my cheek here, and I'm going to smile, and I'm going to bring this down to the apple of my cheek, and I'm going to fade it. I want to blend it down into that area, but I like to focus the pinkiness up here. And I like to start small and build. I don't want to put too much on at the beginning, especially with my blush. But you see how pretty that pink is? It's really warm and nice. It's like having a bronzer, but also having, look at that. Isn't that pretty? And just build until you're where you want. And do you see how blending it with that contour has subsided it down? That's why I say you don't blend this to the point where you're happy. You wait until you add your blush, because now it's blended perfectly. Don't be scared of contour. It's nothing to be scared of. Starting up here, and then I'm just gonna bring it down, smiling, because I want to see where my apples are, because at my age, the plump apples are kind of starting to go away. I'm 41, and I'd like to think I don't look like I'm 41, and it's because of the makeup. All right, that's it. Easiest makeup you'll ever use. Just blend, blend, blend. Look at that. That's 4 colors that have done everything. And I mentioned that this is a lip color. It is. I'm going to take this little end. I'm going to push in to that color, and I'm going to put it on my lips. Look at that. It's so pretty. Now you can put this on with your brush if you want, but you could also go nuts and use your finger. Isn't that just the prettiest? I love that color. It's so pretty. All right, that's it. That is 4 tiles, 1 brush. Just tidying everything up. You want to try this makeup. I have 1 layer of makeup and look at all this dimension. Look at the coverage I have. This is good stuff. All right, that's it. When you're ready to try this makeup, message me. We'll get you color matched. We'll have you trying all this goodness for under $100. You've tried less for more. All right, that's it. Have a great day.